Yeah, I'm excited. We're getting started here in a couple days. I know the players are excited. And now it begins a bunch of games in a row, 5 games in 13 days. So, Austin Peay and evaluating them and watching them, they have a very good team. They have a kid, Taylor, inside that returns that had an outstanding freshman year. He was freshman of the year in the OVC. He's 6'7", 225 pounds. He can step out and shoot threes, as well as score around the basket, has excellent hands. I mean, he's a high-level player. They have some experienced guards that, a number of seniors. Well, they have 5 seniors in their program, so they're a very experienced team that has some veterans. Last year was the first year of this new regime under the coach I mentioned, Fitter, that came from South Carolina, and he's done a great job. They were picked for last in the league last year and finished 3rd. He was coach of the year. Did a great job. Play extremely hard, very physical, very tough. They have a number of young big kids in their program that they brought in. They have a 7-footer who's a freshman. They have another kid about 7 feet tall that they played in their game last night. So it's going to be a tough challenge right out of the gate. On our injury front, Q was back yesterday for his first practice after injuring that MCL a week earlier, and looked good, and generally had no pain afterwards and was feeling good this morning. And then Nick has been back now a week from being out those 17 days with that sprained ankle he sustained in our scrimmage back on the 13th. So both those guys are rounding back into form right now. Questions?
Just to be clear, you do expect Q to play?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Austin Peay was also a very good offensive rebounding team last year. Did you notice that on film, and how did they do it?
Yeah, their leading scorers are both their 4 and their 5 last year. One of those 2 graduated. They brought in a 5th-year transfer from Western Kentucky who started out at Tennessee, and he's a good, strong inside presence. They have a good 5th-year shooter, Givens, that they got from a NAIA school, Adams State, who really played well last night in their game. They're tough. I mean, their wings both started last year, both good players. They've got a nice team.
You got 5 games in 13 days, like you said. How important is your depth in your rotation for this opening stretch?
It's going to be important the entire year. To have good depth and to be able to play guys. But we expect this is kind of how it is. We'll play, like I said, we play Friday and then again Sunday afternoon, and then we'll take Monday off and then play again the following Friday, and then we play, Monday, Wednesday. So there's a fair amount of time. It's just the one day in between games that's tough. Normally you like to have more than just one game. That was because it's a tournament that we're joining after our opener against Austin Peay.
Okay, questions for Coach? We'll get going. Go ahead.
Scoring 114 points for them, what do they do well offensively? Are they an outside shooting team? Do they work inside?
Both. They're a good shooting team, and they shot it well from the perimeter, very well, and they also did a really good job in transition, pushing the ball. They got a lot of easy baskets in transition against Oakland City last night. But they've got a good blend, and they've got a number of good shooters that can put the ball in the basket.
With the 3 freshmen that you have, what would kind of be an ideal amount of minutes for these first couple of games? What are you looking for from them minutes-wise?
Yet to be determined.
Go ahead, Brent. Lamar talked about having to not be so hot-headed and be more accepting of tough coaching. Have you seen him kind of take hard coaching better and set an example for?
He's been doing a really good job, since last year. He finished, I thought, the season extremely strong. The last third of the season in particular was great in the NIT, where he had 33 assists and 7 turnovers in our 4 NIT games. which is a really good ratio. I think he's really improved with shooting. He's really spent the time in. I mean, he's working really hard every day and putting in the extra time beyond just our team practices of getting in there and shooting, and it shows in how he's shooting the ball in practice, which we stat every day. And I think that, he's matured a lot, and I expect him, to be a really good leader for us this year.
What were the signs of maturity that you saw?
I just think it's a process with every kid, and every kid's different. But one of the things that makes him really good is he plays with a lot of fire, a lot of intensity, and a lot of enthusiasm, and but he's doing a really good job of competing and playing hard and being a good teammate and playing unselfishly. And he's better defensively than he's ever been, stunting. And a lot of it, I think he's in the best condition of his life right now. I think he's done a great job in the weight room with Coach Crane. You see his body, like he gets up and dunks pretty easy right now for a 6-footer, which is pretty amazing in itself.
Any other questions for Coach?
Talked about leadership a little bit. Obviously, a lot of people are going to talk about Q in that regard, but what do you expect Eric to give the team in terms of being a leader?
I think Eric's more of a verbal leader than Q. Q leads a lot by example. No question, he'll speak up. But and I think Abdul's a real good leader. I've named 4 captains, so we have Abdul, Eric, Q, and Lamar as our 4 captains this year. That's where I expect a lot of our leadership to come from. All those guys have experience. They've been in here now multiple years, and it's they're the leaders of this team on and off the floor.
In terms of what Eric did on the court the other night, obviously he had a pretty big game. Do you expect him to sort of be a go-to guy for the rest of the year?
Yeah, I mean, Eric has really worked hard in this offseason. I think he's playing with a lot of confidence right now. He's put an incredible amount of time in, and you can see his confidence in his shooting from the perimeter is at an all-time high during his career, and that's because of all the work. When you put a lot of work in, you get a lot of reps. That's how you earn that confidence that he's earned. And same thing with Lamar, same thing with all the guys. Tyson's put in an incredible amount of hours in the offseason. They all have. And, so I'm excited for all of them.